Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for May 24th, 2024. Pretty okay new arrival week. Next week is going to be crazy because the amount of stuff that I know I've got coming in is nuts. But this week is pretty good as well. A couple of solid pre-orders were announced as well, so I'll tell you guys about that. Somebody asked me today, Mike, what record are you looking forward to the most this year? And it just happened to be the record that was announced for pre-order this week. That is Donald Byrd Blows on Beacon. That is a Blue Note tone poet, but it's actually originally a transition title. They're doing the other Donald Byrd transition title. They already did it. It's out. It's fantastic. And now they're doing this. Both of those titles are extremely difficult to find in the wild. They're almost impossible to find, and they were pressed on styrene, so they're impossible to find clean, quiet copies. Now, styrene sounds fantastic when it's brand new, but styrene didn't wear as well as vinyl, and it wore out quick. So it was a weird thing. So if you get like a brand new styrene record, it's better sounding than vinyl, but it quickly deteriorates. Not quite like a lacquer. It doesn't disintegrate immediately after play, but styrene wears a little bit prematurely compared to vinyl. So be able to get this all analog, cut from the master tape by Kevin Gray is pretty awesome. That comes out July 5th. Wayne Shorter's Odyssey of Ishka is the other tone poet they announced. That is also coming out July 5th. They're doing a 30th anniversary for Voodoo Lounge, the Rolling Stones 30th anniversary Voodoo Lounge. It's essentially the album. One disc is red, one disc is yellow. So kind of a color variant for the 30th anniversary. This next one is really cool. COVID craziness is down. Record labels are starting to get back to doing, I think, more record-specific things like geared more towards independent record stores, which is super cool. And this is one of those things. Blue Note announced they're doing 10 titles as Blue Note Classics, but they're doing indie exclusive versions. So they're still going to be all analog, cut by Kevin Gray from the master tape, but they're color variants. So you're going to get a Blue Note record on blue vinyl. It's a blue note. A blue note. A blue note. They're doing Cannonball Adderley's Something Else, one of the greatest Blue Notes of all time, followed by Lee Morgan's The Sidewinder, another top Blue Note of all time. Those are coming out July 12th. It's cool because they're only available at independent record stores, your local mom and pop, the In-Groove mom and pop, that kind of thing. Also, they've announced Fragile. Yes, they're doing a Yes Fragile box set. It's an LP, 4 CD, Blu-ray. It's kind of the deluxe version, a bunch of stuff. The main album is actually cut by Bernie Grundman. I don't know the sourcing information on it, but it shows online that the lacquers were cut by Bernie Grundman. Also this week, I've got a huge Whatnot coming up later today. 5 o'clock Arizona time this Thursday. We're doing a Whatnot every Thursday at 5 o'clock Arizona time, but this Whatnot's pretty cool. It's a consignment. It's only 30 pieces. It's about an hour-long Whatnot. It's pretty good. There's a lot of like Japanese Black Sabbath, a lot of hair metal, Scorpions, sealed U.S. pressing Leader Ford, Japanese Genesis. Click the link below. If you haven't sign up for Whatnot. If you click that link, I think you get $15 credit towards your first purchase on Whatnot. But if you click that link below, you can actually see everything that we're going to be auctioning off. Yeah. Okay. Every week for the last couple of weeks, I've showed you guys some stuff that I have in the shop that is being clearanced because I have a lot of records and less space. So I need to have more space and a little less records. So this is the Mike is going to lose some money selling record segment of the show. I'll start with the biggest deal per se. That is the Beatles Let It Be box set. This is the LP box set. I think I still have some of the SAC or the DVD/CD box sets, but this is the album, the outtakes, the original Get Back version of the album. It has, I think, the EP, and it has that big, thick, hardcover book, 100-page book. Originally, this was $200. I've got it on the website for $100 right now for closeout. I think I only lose like $50 a box set. So, yeah. Echo and the Bunnymen, Crocodiles. This was $22 originally. I think I got it for $15. Passing Ships, Andrew Hill. This is a weird title. I don't know how the hell I ordered so many of these originally, but this is a title. It's a double LP. It's technically 3 sides. One is a etching, I think, or a blank side. But originally it was $39.99, so I've got it for $29.99. And the Young Rascals from Mobile Fidelity. I've got this for $15 off, so $45. This was limited to 5,000. Okay, so those are the ones that I'm featuring today. If you click, there's an on sale section on our website. You can see all the stuff that I have on sale. It's a little bit of everything. You know, we sell a lot of equipment. I've got open box equipment stuff. I think I just put a pair of open box Wharfdale Lintons on there, an open box Cambridge item on there, but we put open box electronics on there. Records that we're closing out. If you're into, you know, I think I got a bunch of small shirts left, small and some mediums, but mostly just smalls from back in the day when we used to sell t-shirts. So click the sales section. I put like cosmetic dings, you know, a record comes dinged. I'll put it on there for $5, $6, $7 off. So that type of stuff. So yeah. Okay, this week's new arrivals. We've got from the Acoustic Sound series, Verve stuff. This is the Duke Ellington and Johnny Hodges Plays the Blues, back to back. This is essentially the Verve equivalent of a tone poet. Both parent companies are Universal Music, so same parent company owns them both, but this is kind of the non-Blue Note owned labels, you know, so I think that all falls into like World Pacific. I think that's all owned by, the industry is really weird. It's like such and such owns, it's like Blue Note is owned by this label, but this label owns this label, and then Capitol owns all of them, and then Universal owns, you know what I mean? So it's kind of that conglomerate. But this is covering like Verve Jazz, Decca Jazz, Impulse, and then the Tone Poets are kind of covered under the World Pacific. I think Capitol is going to be possibly doing some Capitol releases, I heard. So there'll be Capitol Tone Poets. That'll be cool. There's a couple of really good, you know, for instance, Birth of the Cool. Let's get a Tone Poet of that. But yeah, this is the Verve series. Back to back. Okay. Everybody says there's so many. I was going to say there's only one audiophile jazz record, but there's more. So for all you complainers that there's too much jazz, maybe next week. I don't know. 21 Pilots. This is Clancy. This is the indie exclusive on indie red splattered vinyl. And then I have the standard vinyl version, which is black vinyl. New album by Lenny Kravitz. The new double album featuring the hit single TK421 and Human. This is colored vinyl, indie exclusive. Doesn't say what color the vinyl is. And then this is, oh boy, we've got it on picture disc. He's like, why wait for the anniversary? Why wait to do a special edition? Let's just do all the special editions now. Okay, and we have it on black vinyl. David Bowie. This is the half-speed remaster of Diamond Dogs. This record was cut on a fully customized Neumann VMS 80 lathe with fully recapped electronics from 192K restored masters of the original tape with no additional processing in the transfers. I kind of like seeing that. Although it's digital, which a lot of records are, they tell you, but you could tell they kind of went through, sounds like they went through the care of making this not sound crummy. I don't know how it sounds. It might sound crummy, but it sounds like they kind of maybe went through the care of it not sounding crummy. Except for this picture disc. Actually, picture discs are much better than they used to be. Modern picture discs actually play, compared to the 70s, pretty quiet. We've got Pete Townshend's White City. I love the 80s era Pete Townshend stuff. Not only did I think he kept the best stuff for him, his solo stuff versus the Who releases in the day, but I also love the very 1980s sound. You put this on, or Chinese Eyes, or Empty Glass, you listen to those records and you're like, that came out in the 80s. And I like that. A lot of people probably don't, but I do. Now playing, this is a greatest hits series essentially by Rhino. This is Now Playing the Meter. So they're like budget, you know, not budget. I mean, yeah, $20. That's, you know, that's a budget now. Greatest hits. There's about, you type in Now Playing and on the website, theingroove.com, you'll see maybe about 20 of those now. Okay, I got an order in from Japan. Actually, this is kind of interesting. I got an original of this I found in a George Benson box, but it was absolutely destroyed. I think I put it on. I think I put it on Discogs. It was too beat up to put in the store. But I found an original of this from the George Benson collection. Put it on Discogs. But here is a Japanese pressing of Yeah by Charlie Roos. Originally on Epic. There's a couple of records that are on Epic that are absolutely fantastic. One of them, I don't know if you can see it back there. Paul Gonslave's Cookin'. I think that was Epic. I'm gonna go out of focus. No, that's on Argo. Oh my God, that record is amazing. Stream it. Paul Gonslave's Cookin'. That thing needs a reissue. I wasn't even familiar with that until I found it. But this is from Sony Japan. Probably one of the absolute, up there with the top pressing plant in the world. Might be the top pressing plant in the world, although almost no records are being manufactured there. The quality that I've seen coming out of Sony Japan has been absolutely fantastic. And the quality, and I'll just show you the one. This is a fully replicated original. This is how I wish more American audiophile records were made. But look at this. I don't know if you can see. Picture frame cover. Full-blown tip-on jacket, but made to the same standards of like the 50s and 60s. This is almost the equivalent of like an ERC record, you know, as far as presentation goes. I mean, let's check in for Sharpie. No Sharpie, and I mean, it's not bent, you know, it's straight. But other than that, it's really high quality. They put them in a little 12-inch white sleeve so you don't get seam splits. Okay, this is a great record. Miles in Berlin. This is a new record. I think those Miles, I think, was a restock. This is Dave Brubeck Quartet, Angel Eyes. And I listened to a few of these in the past, and they actually sound really good. Miles ahead, Miles Davis, plus 19. Okay, Breaking the Chains, Dokken. This is on gold vinyl from Friday Music. We've got a color variant of Metallica Saint Anger. This is pressed on some kind of orange. That's its official name, some kind of orange. This is a German pressing. This is an import, so not cheap, but you know, I did Garage Inc. They did triple disc blue vinyl. Figured I might as well continue with Saint Anger. Bloodhole Surfers, Rembrandt, Pussy Horse. Get a good shot of the back there. Bloodhole Surfers. Psychic, Powerless, Another Man's Sack. There we go. Foghat. Slow Ride, live in concert. This is on orange marbled vinyl. Foghat, Fool for the City. This is from Friday Music. Let's see. Lay Lose. This is from Sub Pop, the loser edition, code for first pressing on colored vinyl. Just doesn't specify what color. Incubus. Morning View 23. Reimagined version of the iconic classic album. Utopia, self-titled on white vinyl. We've got Yellow Man, Nobody Move, Nobody Get Hurt. This is a Record Store Day Essential title on Lemonade vinyl. That's cute. Record Store Day Essential titles are only available to independent record stores. Jimi Hendrix, First Rays of the New Rising Sun. All analog, newly remastered by Bernie Grumman from the original 2-track master tapes. I was back there the other day in my back room, and one of the guys was listening to this, but it had a different cover. And I was listening to it while I was cleaning records for customers. You know, I haven't mentioned in a while, we ultrasonically clean records for folks, you know, so that's an option. on the bottom of the item if you look. Essentially what that entails is I open up the record, I make sure the record is clean and scratch-free and warp-free. If it is, I ultrasonically clean it, put it in a Japanese sleeve, put it in a MoFi sleeve, and ship it out. If it's scratched, I'll go to the shelf, grab another copy, and hopefully that's not scratched. Otherwise, I keep doing it again until I run out of copies, which has happened. If it is warped, I have 4 Furutech flatteners. I can take care of that. That's not a big deal. Slows me down, but it's inevitable with new records. Anyways, I'm back there doing the cleaning, and I'm like listening to the record. I'm like, man, this is awesome. It's a great record. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm not familiar with that cover. And he's like, yeah, I think that this is First Raise. I'm like, really? What? He's like, oh yeah, that cover for First Raise is awful. So I just made my own. I'm like, okay. But yeah, it's been a while since I listened to it, but really good record. Orbital, the Green album, remastered, limited edition on green and red, double vinyl, gatefold plus brand new liner notes. Paul Weller, the new album, 66. Billy Morrison, the Morrison Project, featuring Ozzy, Billy Idol, DMC. So is that DMC without Run? Is that how that works? Linda Perry, Stevie Vai, John Five. Yeah, I wonder what this is. Div. New album from Div. This is the indie record store exclusive on green vinyl. All right, from music on vinyl, we've got Santana's Shaman, limited to 2,000 copies. Yeah, this is, God, I've never seen an original of this. Who knows? This could be the first pressing. If it's not, it's going to be like hen's teeth rare, I would imagine, to find an original. Danger Mouse and Gemini. Let's see, Ghetto Pop Life. This is a fantastic cover. It's foiled, it's textured, it's spot glossed. I love, I mean, I don't foresee myself listening to this. Not my thing, but look at the production on that cover. You look at that versus like, a record that has not a bad cover per se, but maybe not as high a quality of a cover. And you're like, man, this is fantastic. Oh, here's another one. Same band. No foil, but still spot gloss and embossed. Born Again. Oh, gold foil on the back. Nice. The Aquabats versus The Floating Eye of Death. This is the 30th anniversary edition. The return of the Aquabats and the fury of the Aquabats. It's a big reissue campaign from an artist you didn't know you needed. Turnstiles, Time and Space. Kind of looks like they put the gatefold, they just threw it in like this is a slip cover. Gatefold's inside. Jefferson Airplanes, Spitfire. Oh, Julia Roberts, one of my favorites. One of my favorites. This is Julie Roberts in Stepmom. John Williams and Yo-Yo Ma. This is the original score by John Williams, limited to 500 copies. This is 393. Look how gorgeous Julia Roberts' smile is. That's a smile. Okay. Drive-By Truckers, English Oceans. 10-year anniversary edition on ocean blue vinyl. Of course, on the back it says clear tidal wave. Record Store Day essential of Pick-a-Dub on black ice vinyl. Collective Soul, this is Here to Eternity. The new double album celebrating 30 years of music. featuring a couple new singles. Kylie Minogue. Let's see here. We've got Body Language. I think we're alone now. No. Who was that? That was Tiffany. Everybody's doing. Okay, there we go. God, what year was this? Let's see. 2003. Warner, Kylie Minogue. She had a much more successful career outside of the United States. The Isley Brothers, Go For Your Guns. This is on translucent blue colored vinyl, limited to 1,500 numbered copies. This is 223. We've got the 30th anniversary soundtrack to Above the Rim. Contains the full 21 songs, track listing on vinyl for the first time. Of course, they didn't bother to, fix the blurry graphics that they probably scanned from the CD. Oh, I recommend the Shat. Okay, let's see what the Shat put together for us. Let's see. That is some really creepy. This is like early generation AI artwork right here. This is scary, but that adds to the William Shatner charm. This is William Shatner. Where will the animals sleep? Oh, you can listen to such hits as Chomp Chomp Chomp, Mushrooms Talk to Trees. Let's see. On Oh My Honey Guide, Elephants and Termites, Apids and Ants, I'm a Coral Sea in the Coral Sea. Oh, this is, I don't know. This might give Major Tom his #1 greatest album of all time a run for its money, with such great covers as Bohemian Rhapsody, Space Oddity, highly recommended. I have it in stock. Tenacious D, Rise of the Sphinx. Kate Hudson's debut album, Glorious. Matt DeMarco, Some Other Ones. Limited to 5,500 copies worldwide, pressed on Canary vinyl. Paul Bearer, Mine Burns Alive. Limited to 3,925. A Nuclear Blast. Not 4,000, 3,925. From Music on Vinyl, we've got The Great Cat, Beethoven on Speed. Limited to 1,000 copy on translucent red colored vinyl. It's 286. Let me see. Lisa Frankenstein, Isabella Summers. What in the world is this? Original motion picture soundtrack. John Entwistle, continuing his reissue campaign. This is Whistle Rhymes. First time ever on vinyl since 1973. I don't know who's shocked by that. I did get to see him in my first Who concert. He was still alive. It was like a few months before the Las Vegas show. Ragged But Right, the Jerry Garcia Band. And last, this is a restock. We were sold out of them, but we got a bunch in stock here recently. That is the No Doubt's Greatest Hits. Now, they call it the singles. 1992 to 2003, but it's essentially a Greatest Hits comp. Maybe this is a variant of some kind. I don't know. It's got a special barcode on it. All right, guys, that is it for this week's New Arrival video. Check us out online at theingroove.com. Until next time. Everybody's doing a brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion.